Hey everyone, you're watching Cinema Troopers. Welcome back. My name is Josh.
And I'm Patrick, and this is our Iron Fist binge review.
Hello, Danny.
So we're going to start off with a couple of initial thoughts, some good points, some bad points, and then we'll get into further spoiler talk later on in the review. So Paddy, initial thoughts?
So overall, I thought I did really enjoy it. I think obviously we'd heard, Iron Fist is really bad, and so my expectations were like lowered, and I do think it had a weak start. But as you got more into it, I did like it. I thought overall, I enjoyed it. Not one of my favourite of the Marvel Netflix shows, but good fun.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's sad that the critics put it down so bad as much as they did, because for me, I don't think the standards lower than any of the others. I mean, maybe lower than Daredevil, but I think that's the top of the chain. But I mean, I thought it was on par with Luke Cage. I thought it was on par with, I mean, maybe slightly under Jessica Jones, I don't know, but yeah, no, it definitely wasn't as bad as what people were saying. I thought the performances were great, and the story was a bit up and down, but and sometimes unclear what was completely going on, and unmotivated, I think. But as a whole, I think it's fine. I think that's the consensus, that it's fine, and it's an addition.
And if you like the other ones, you're gonna like this.
I think you're gonna like this, especially if you're a Marvel fan. You know, I don't think they've put anything bad out with the Netflix series yet. So, so that's my initial thoughts. So
should we go into more detail then?
Yeah, more detail. So,
positives first.
Yeah, positives. Like I said, I think the actors in the series are probably the best part, because although for me, maybe the characters their motivations weren't clear all the time, and some things didn't make sense. I think the direction they received, I think they performed that amazingly well. I think Ward was fantastic. The actor, I think he was great. Because I think it's clear around everyone I've talked to hates Ward, you know, especially at the start of the series. And I think he did that very well. I don't think the directing and the writing handled his character very well, but I think what that actor was given, he really was great as Ward. I think Harold was a fantastic character. That cough that he does in one of the episodes near the end, and he's just so sarcastic as a character. Yeah, when he's in the hospital and that guy's coughing and he's like, like that was a great moment, I thought. And I think Harold was a great character, and actor was great. Flat around, and Finn Jones is Danny Rand. I think Danny Rand's probably the weakest character in the actual whole series.
I don't know.
Maybe next to Joy. I'm not sure, because she's a bit up and down.
We'll get to my negatives later, but
I'm getting back to the positives. But positives, the fighting, not quite on par with Daredevil. I think it was better than Luke Cage and Jessica Jones for sure. I mean, hopefully they can. I mean, I understand that Finn Jones only had a couple of weeks to prepare for the series and do some of the fighting that he did. So with that in mind, I think the fighting was a positive. Patrick?
Yeah, so for positive for me, when I think about it, there's not actually many specific things I liked, but in general terms, I enjoyed it. I liked the general sort of feel and the general tone.
Yeah.
I think they got a good balance between the sort of real, like Daredevil real, and then the sort of
The
fantastical. Yeah, because you have all this like weird glowing hand, and it kind of works. Like they get a good balance, and I think on top of that, the visual effects are really good.
Yeah, that effect looked great. And,
yeah,
and you're right. The visual effects in this are positive.
And that could easily look really bad.
Yeah,
I think.
when they use the visual effects, they are very good. I think.
Yeah. That's pretty much all my positives, to be honest.
Yeah, I think I'm with you. There's nothing like stands out that blew you away and really took you. But I think that it's fine. I think that's the whole thing with some of those elements.
If you don't mind, I'll speak about my negatives because I feel like I'm going to cover a lot of both of us.
Of course.
To start with, I think a lot of the dialogue was awful. Like, really, really bad. Like, it did get better. It did get better, but like in the first episode, 90% of the dialogue was tragic. And then by the end of the series, there were like a few lines per episode that were really bad. So it did get better, but some of it is just like, oh, that's really bad. And so that made a lot of the performances look really bad because the dialogue wasn't so good. So what you said about Ward and Harold and that, I didn't really think they were that great, but that's probably mainly to do with the dialogue.
I think that's what I mean. I think with what they were given, they did a great job.
But that's my other problem with it. What I liked is, like halfway through the series, I was like, oh, I like how it's not simple good v bad. But then by the end of the series, it's like, I don't know who the good guys are anymore. I don't know who the bad guys anymore. And it really reminded me of Daredevil Series 2, which also had the hand, and it's like, it was too much to follow. It's like, right, you've got a lot of it's just the Meacham family, and then which ones are good, which ones are bad. It kept changing. I just kind of got fed up with it by the end. I was like, I just don't really care. I don't know. But I think like it was doing fine until the last few episodes when it just got too convoluted and stuff, What about your negatives?
I think reiterate the dialogue. Some of that was awful and quite cheesy. Some of the time it felt more like a bit more of the tone of the CW shows in the DC ones.
But that's the thing. If you compare this show to that, it's great.
Yeah,
because
of course.
I don't know, but it's because people compare it to like Daredevil that they're like, so
bad. For sure. I think you're right in the sense there was a lot to follow, especially the Meachams being up and down all over the place. You don't know what side they're on, who they're rooting for. Do they like Danny? Do they hate Danny? And by the way, I said that Danny Rand was a weak character, and I feel like he was portrayed as a weak character in this series, especially for what he is in the comic books. He's actually a very strong character. I don't mean physically; I mean like as a character. But he was very likable though. I felt. Danny Rand. He was likable.
Which is more than can be said for most of the other characters in it.
Yeah, for sure. But negatives, for me, the ending was disappointing. Really disappointing, and just I don't know. Why would Joy be with Davos? And
again, it's like I don't know who's thinking what. There's such a lack of motivation throughout this. It's like and why is he doing that? Why is she doing that? Makes no sense.
There's not much motivation for Danny Rand, I don't think.
No,
like, we don't.
None of it.
We don't actually realise why. I mean, they hint a little bit about how he's been longing for a family and stuff, but we don't really know why he came back to New York. You never really find that out. Because he thinks his whole purpose is. He keeps talking about the purpose being he's the Iron Fist. He's the sworn enemy of the Hand. So why is he not still in Kunlun? Because that's where he's meant to be protecting if he still believes that's his destiny. But and also with the ending, I wish they'd led into Defenders a bit more. I'd have loved to have seen.
Yeah, because it seems even further away. Now they're not even in.
You know, like I mean, they've got to explain him coming back to New York again.
I did like the subtle little, like we spoke about the sort of Marvel tie-ins, like even the subtle bit where he's wearing Luke Cage's shirt. I thought that was cool, and then you see it with the bullet holes. That was cool. One of my other big issues was, for the most part of the series, I loved Colleen Wing.
Yeah.
I thought she was great. I was like, great, badass female character. But then it turns out she's just a love interest for him, and it's like, oh look, there's one really awesome female character. and no, she's got to sleep with the main guy because she's a woman and he's a guy, and it's like, I want to see her be her own character, you know.
What I found funny was like he's like, yeah, I've taken a vow of chastity.
Yeah, and then never mentions again. Yeah, I know.
As soon as the first girl that comes up to him,
Yeah.
you know.
And if he took a vow of chastity, and he's, I don't know, like, and he, of course he's straight, and it's, the first woman he comes across, it's like, I don't know.
For me, the biggest positive is Rosario Dawson, Claire Temple. Oh my word, that character, I love her so much.
Yeah, I agree. I thought she was great, but my problem was with her and Hogarth, who obviously we've seen in other of the Marvel Netflix series, they didn't quite seem the same characters we'd seen before.
I think Hogarth you saw a different side of because she's got a soft spot for the Rand family. I think that's why. Because with Jessica Jones, all those people are our enemies in that, and she doesn't care for the.
I just thought it was obvious that it was different writers. Even like Claire, she was kind of a similar character, but she wasn't the same.
Rosario Dawson, I think, played it this.
I think she did the best she could again with the writing. It's just a bit of a shame, I think.
I mean, I found the fighting. I mean, they didn't do it too bad. They didn't go too overboard with it. I mean, it was nice to see Claire had been training. She got a couple of lucky hits in with the fight.
I liked her little,
little
basically
claws,
Wolverine claws. I was like, this is sick.
I wonder if what she's gonna do with Defenders. I wonder if she'll join them in some of the.
It'd be cool if she has like a couple of little scenes.
Yeah, definitely. But no, she was probably my favourite part of it, honestly.
Oh, really?
The thing tying it in and just mentioning the other characters like Daredevil and.
At times it did feel a little forced, I think. But.
Yeah, I mean the PI mention with Joy and stuff to bring Jessica.
Did you notice the Karen Page mention?
Yes,
that was quite cool. They were like, there was an article, and I was like, I know that name, and I was like, oh yeah, she's obviously now working as a journalist. Anyway, so how would you rank it among the Marvel Netflix series?
So I would put Daredevil at the top.
Are you putting the two seasons together?
Yes. Oh, so let's say Daredevil season 2, then Daredevil season 1, and then I'd say Jessica Jones, Iron Fist, and then Luke Cage for me, I think.
Really? Okay. I would say Daredevil season 1. Jessica Jones, Daredevil season 2, Luke Cage, Iron Fist.
Okay.
Luke Cage and Iron Fist are close to me. I think they had very similar problems where it got kind of convoluted as it went on. Yeah, it was just too. I like it being complex characters and complex sort of villains and stuff, but it's just too much, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
So, what's your overall rating? Do you want me to go first, or how do you want to?
I'll rate it. I'm going to say 6 out of 10 Troopers.
It doesn't make sense because we both say it sounds like you loved it and I didn't like it so much, but I'm giving it 6 out of 10 Troopers as well.
No, I mean I wouldn't say like it's my favourite thing ever. Daredevil's still one of my favourite things that Marvel's ever done. I hope Defenders reaches that level of quality. I really hope so, and it's going to be so fantastic seeing all those characters come together. But I mean, for me, it was good. It was just like a fine good. I mean, like I enjoyed it.
That's exactly the same. That's how I say it. I enjoyed it.
It's like,
not much more than that.
Yeah, it's just I'm glad I watched it. Fine. Like,
I can't imagine myself rewatching it, to be honest. No. I just got bored. Maybe like the first half and then just stop. I don't know.
No, I mean after this I'm very excited for Defenders. And I just wish they'd sort of ended it with the note where we knew we were going to be with.
I feel like Defenders is going to be really good though because although this was weak, all the series have different sort of feels but generally apart from this the writing's great. So all of that together.
Yeah, I hope they bring the Daredevil writers for Defenders.
Yeah. And I love Jessica Jones on as well. And Luke Cage.
Yeah, actually, just
all of them. Just put all of them in. And then it'll just be an even more convoluted mess.
Yeah. No, it definitely is exciting for the future. And so that's our review for Iron Fist.
I also want to say we did a little short Kingsman fan film.
Yeah.
We'll pop the link in the description below. But if you're into sort of action films, Kingsman at all. It's only a couple of minutes long. Check it out. See what you think. We appreciate any feedback you got. But yeah, so that's our Iron Fist binge review.
And we'll see you for the next video. See you later. Bye-bye. Have a good day.
Have a good day. Cut.